What if I told you there's an island where stepping ashore could get you shot with arrows, and another where the ground basically slithers? I'm Riley Rush, and today we're peeling back the map to find 10 real places you cannot visit. Not, it's hard to get there, not VIP only. I mean hard no. Guarded gates, sacred rules, and danger signs that don't need translation. And yes, a couple of these are so secret, the air above them is off limits too. I chase storms for fun, and I still wouldn't mess with some of these. We're talking vaults under Arctic mountains, caves so old your breath could ruin them, and a desert base that launched 1,000 alien memes. The FOMO is real, but the reasons are legit. Safety, secrecy, or saving something priceless. Here's how we'll do it. I'm counting down from 10 to 1, ramping the risk and the mystery as we go. I'll tell you why the public's blocked, who gets in, if anyone, and the wild stories that put these places on every explorer's nope list. Quick question to kick us off. If you could peek behind one forbidden door, no consequences, what would you choose? Lock that answer in your head. I bet it changes by no one. Ready? Let's crack the seal. I didn't expect this one to feel so peaceful. Number 10 is Niihau, Hawaii's forbidden island. Picture a sunlit shoreline, no hotels, no traffic, and a strict generations-old rule. Outsiders don't just drop in. Niihau is privately owned, and the family that stewards it has kept general tourism out to protect native Hawaiian language, culture, and wildlife. Residents speak Hawaiian, live close to tradition, and don't want their home to turn into a theme park. Fair, right? Yes, you'll see the word forbidden in brochures, but this isn't a spooky secret base. This is privacy with purpose. There are the rare helicopter or hunting experiences that skirt the edges, but you're not beach hopping here or wandering the villages. And honestly, I respect that. Some places stay special because we don't trample them. Think of Niihau as our warm-up, a gentle no entry that sets the tone. If protecting a language and lifestyle means the rest of us admire from afar, I'm cool with that. Okay, if an island politely declines visitors, what do you call an island that hisses? Let's go meet the one spot I wouldn't step barefoot for $1 million. Ready for a full-body shiver? Number 9 is Snake Island, officially Ilha de Queimada Grande, off Brazil. Legend says there's a snake every step. That's dramatic, but the truth is still nightmare fuel. Thousands of golden lancehead pit vipers live here, one of the deadliest snakes on Earth. Their venom can end a life in under an hour, and the nearest full hospital, about 90 miles away by boat and car. So the Brazilian Navy made it simple. Civilians do not land, period. Only approved researchers get brief, controlled access, usually with heavy boots, radios, and a plan to leave fast. Local stories tell of a lighthouse keeper's family caught by surprise a century ago. Whether every detail is true or not, the message is clear. The snakes rule. Humans don't. As a former field producer who's tiptoed around gator nests, I'm telling you, no shot. I wouldn't even fly a drone low over this place. If you think you're braver than me, drop a comment, but I'm betting you'll pick a different adventure. Speaking of adventure, what happens when the danger isn't fangs? It's something you can't see, can't smell, and can't outrun. On to number 8. Number 8 is Chernobyl, Ukraine, the site of the 1986 nuclear disaster. Here's the twist. Yes, there are guided tours to certain parts of the exclusion zone. You can walk empty streets in Pripyat, see the abandoned Ferris wheel, even stand at safe viewing distances with dosimeters clicking. But the heart of it, the destroyed Reactor 4, remains entombed inside a colossal steel shelter called the New Safe Confinement. That sealed chamber is strictly off-limits. No tourist gets near the radioactive guts. Radiation is sneaky. Hotspots linger in soil and structures. Specialists work in rotations with serious protocols. For the public, it's lines you do not cross. And honestly, good. We don't need selfies over spent fuel. The lesson here is that some danger zones aren't fences and guards, it's physics, forever. Chernobyl sets the tone for a bigger idea. You can map a disaster, but you can't just visit its core. Keep that in mind as we climb the list, because our next stop shuts you out for a completely different reason, to save something fragile and 20,000 years old. Number 7 is the Lascaux Caves in France, a time capsule painted by Ice Age artists roughly 20,000 years ago. When the caves were discovered in 1940, visitors poured in. Then the invisible damage started. Our breath, our heat, our touch, feeding molds and fungus across the rock art. By 1963, France shut the original caves to the public for good. Today, scientists monitor the microclimate like hawks, and regular folks visit perfect replicas nearby instead. I know, replicas sound like a letdown, but I've filmed in fragile environments, and even one extra degree of humidity can wreck history. Lascaux is a museum behind a wall, because the real thing can't survive us. It's not about being exclusive, it's about keeping those horses and bison alive on stone for another 20,000 years. So far, we've hit privacy, poison, and preservation. What about pure secrecy? Vault doors, key cards, and a rule that says you, me, and 99.9% of humanity never step inside. Let's try to open, number 6. Number 6 sits inside a mountain in the Arctic, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. People call it the Doomsday Vault, and that's not hype. It's a backup drive for Earth's crops, hundreds of thousands of seed samples stored in permafrost to ride out wars, blights, and climate chaos. The design is genius. Above sea level, cold by nature, and engineered to stay frozen if power fails. Countries deposit seeds. A tiny staff maintains the treasure. Can you visit? Not a chance. You can snap a photo outside that iconic lit-up door, but the vault itself is for authorized personnel only. No tours, no peek behind the racks. And that's the point. If a vault is everyone's field trip, it's not a vault, it's a pantry. I love that this forbidden place exists to help us, not hide from us. It's quiet, serious hope sealed in metal. But our next spot? It's the opposite vibe. Myths, memes, and a desert where keep out is an understatement. Buckle up for 5. Number 5 is Area 51, Nevada. For decades, the US government wouldn't even admit it existed. Now we know it's a flight test facility where Cold War spy planes like the U-2 and A-12 were born. The real reason you can't visit? National security. Armed patrols, sensors everywhere, and restricted airspace. Trespass and you'll meet law enforcement, not little green men. Do I love the UFO lore? Oh, absolutely. I covered the viral Storm Area 51 moment in 2019. Great memes, terrible plan. No verified proof of aliens has ever surfaced, but secret aircraft? For sure. The mystery sticks because the gates don't open for us, and the sky above is basically a nope zone. Even YouTubers who tried to push it got handcuffs and fines for their trouble. So that's our crown jewel of classified. But forbidden isn't always about governments. Sometimes a brand keeps a door shut so tight it turns into legend. Let's slide to number 4 and meet a vault with bubbles. Number 4 is quirky but real, the Coca-Cola Secret Formula Vault in Atlanta. Inside the World of Coca-Cola Museum sits a gleaming chamber said to hold the brand's original recipe. Tourists can see the dramatic door, swipe through the exhibits, sip samples, and pose for pics. But that inner vault? Off limits to everyone, except a tiny circle of executives and curators. Security theater? Maybe a little. Smart brand myth-making? Definitely. I once shot a segment in a food lab with stricter badge checks than some newsrooms. Companies guard IP like treasure, and Coke turned that into an attraction. You can get inches from the vault and still be a million miles from the secret. From fizzy lore to literal holy paperwork, we're staying in the stacks for number 3. Only this time, the library under your feet could swallow you whole with miles of hidden shelves. Number 3, the Vatican Apostolic Archive, formerly called the Secret Archives. Picture quiet corridors, climate control, and documents spanning centuries. Papal letters, state treaties, maybe a note from Michelangelo complaining about a deadline. Tourists don't wander here. Entry is for accredited scholars with permission, and even then, only specific collections open up. For the rest of us, the miles of shelving might as well be a maze we'll never walk. I get the appeal of the word secret, but really it's about preservation and order. Ancient ink and fragile parchment don't love sweaty crowds. Plus, history needs context, not selfies. So this door stays closed unless you've got credentials and a very specific reason to be inside. Okay, we've tiptoed around snakes, stared at vaults, and side-eyed mysteries. Our final 2 are pure, raw, do not enter. One is a brand new island frozen in time for science, and the other, well, you've probably seen the warning in bold on any map of the Andaman Sea. Let's hit number 2. Number 2 is Surtsey, off Iceland, a volcanic island born in 1963. It rose from the sea in a blast of ash and lava, and scientists made a radical decision: keep humans out almost entirely. Why? To watch life start from zero. Seeds on the wind, birds dropping by, insects taking hold. It's the world's cleanest experiment in how ecosystems grow. Only a handful of certified researchers can land, with strict rules. No snacks that might spill seeds, no wandering off transects, no casual tourism. Even footprints matter because they shape how plants spread. I love that. We're so used to conquering nature. Here, we're the ones barred for nature's sake. And now, number 1, the most off-limits place on this list isn't guarded for gold or secrets. It's guarded by its own people, for their survival. We respect it. We leave it alone. And if you don't, history shows what happens. Number 1 is North Sentinel Island in India's Andaman Sea. The Sentinelese are one of the world's last uncontacted peoples, and Indian law protects their isolation. Boats must stay miles away. No tourism, no flybys, no clever workarounds. The reason is simple and serious. A common cold to us could be catastrophic to them. They've made their wishes clear by driving off intruders, and tragically, people who ignored the rules have died trying to make contact. As a storyteller, I'm curious about everything. As a human, I respect a hard boundary. This isn't a mystery to solve, it's a culture to safeguard. Think about how rare it is to have a community untouched by the rest of our noisy world, and how fragile that is. Keeping our distance is an act of protection and respect. So that's the top spot. An island that says no, and we should listen. From private shores to secret bunkers, from ancient art to Arctic seeds, the message is the same. Some doors are closed for a reason. Okay, explorers, 10 places you cannot visit, and now I want to know, which one would you try to see if you could walk in safely for 5 minutes? Are you Team Seed Vault, Team Area 51, or Team Nope, not Snake Island? Drop your pick in the comments and tell me why. I read them, and you always surprise me. If you had fun getting shut out around the world, tap like so more curious minds find this, and subscribe for more wild lists and deep dives from me, Riley Rush, right here on Crazy Top 10. We've got storms, mysteries, rare cars, and the kind of facts that make your group chat go silent for a second. And hey, share this with the one friend who always says, we could sneak in. No, we could not. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and keep your map handy. More Forbidden Doors coming soon on Crazy Top 10. See you in the next adventure.